Hi everyone. Am I live yet? Okay. Hi everyone and welcome to my live. Welcome back to my video. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your very first time visit with me, welcome. If you are a return visitor, welcome back as well, guys. I'm so happy to have you a part of this growing community. First, let me start by saying I apologize for being late. I just cannot get this camera to act right, so my apologies for having you guys waiting. But nevertheless, I'm here. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to all of you. So, the reason why I wanted to come on here right quick, I wanted to jump in because we have reached our, our first milestone of 200 subscribers. Woo! And I know that may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but for our first milestone in reaching our first 200 subs means so much to me. And I just want to pay gratitude. I wanted to give homage, and I wanted to make a connection with those that has subscribed to the channel. I am so grateful for you for being on this journey with me. You see that I have a little balloon here that I that I borrowed from my daughter birthday. She had a birthday this past week, so she had this balloon over. So I just thought I'd use it for a prop. Let me see if I can put it over here. Yeah, I could just use it for a prop since we had it left over and I did not want to go to waste. But I just wanted to jump on here right quick and just speak to you guys for a brief moment about this journey. Why I initially even started this YouTube journey a year ago. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. This video is not going to be very long. And then my next move, what am I going to do going forward? What are some things or what plans do I have moving forward after reaching the first milestone? So also to reach this milestone, I have a little cupcakes for us to celebrate at the end of this video. But guys, before we go ahead and jump right into my gratitude for this video, you've seen the title on the in the description, so you've seen the title. So yeah, before we do that, let's just go right ahead and jump into my opening mantra. You know, I like to have an opening intentional mantra, prayer, before I start my video, just so that I can set the tone, I can set my atmosphere, or where I want this to go, right? So I think it's really important that you set your tone, or you set the tone for your audience, for your videos, and just the atmosphere in itself, so things can flow in a manner or in the intentional way that you want it to go. So I have my little journal here, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it right quick, and we're gonna go ahead and get right back into my gratitude for this video and reaching our first milestone of 200 subscribers. So let's go right on ahead and get into my opening intentional mantra for this video. Just give me a second. Okay, divine light and infinite love. We come together in this sacred space, open to growth, healing, and alignment. May every word spoken and every message uplift, empower, and awaken the truth within us. May this space be a sanctuary of positivity, encouragement, and transformation. Let us release all that no longer serve us, embracing clarity, balance, and the highest version of ourselves. May each person who receives this message feel supported, inspired, and aligned with their divine purpose. With gratitude in our hearts, we welcome wisdom, love, and light into our hearts. And so it is. Ashe. All right. So I had to get that out of the way. And I think, again, it's really important for me that I convey this, that I implement, when I don't forget, that I implement my intentional mantra or intentional prayer before I start the video. That's really important to me. Again, to set the tone or to set my atmosphere to which way that I'm wanting or desiring to go. So with that being said, guys, we've reached our first 200 subscribers. And again, I know that's not a lot. But when I started this journey a year ago, I was really excited to begin this journey. Um, the first 6 months, I was really excited, and right after I saw things for me not going as quick or as fast as I wanted them to go, I took a hiatus for about 4 months. And just in the last 5 months, I can say that I have really been intentional and being consistent and making content. I really want to step back and just revisit my why. Why did I start this YouTube journey? And what was my expectation or my intentions for starting this channel? Even though sometimes it's not growing as fast as we have hopes to or anticipation of it growing, I had to reflect back on my why. And the reason why I started this YouTube journey is because I wanted to share my experience dealing with childhood trauma. I wanted to be a face and a voice, not that there aren't any already out there, but my personal journey in healing and the trauma I went through and the experience and how I even began my healing journey to where I'm at now. So it was to inspire, to uplift, and to motivate anyone that was dealing with childhood trauma, even relationship trauma. They had not began a healing journey. Um, I'm not a professional psychologist or anything of that nature, but my life experience is my life experience, and I felt that I could share my experience and what I went through and the cause and effect it had on me and how I began to um, heal out of that trauma. So I wanted to share that with a community that was in a space where they were ready to receive or they was ready to connect or align with like-minded people like myself. And so that was my whole purpose. So when I got a little bit discouraged, I had to reflect back again on my why I started my journey. So to reach 200 subs, well, my last check before I came on today was 211 and growing. And I am so really grateful for that. I know it's just going to be a continuation of growth. I want to just share with you for those that are starting their YouTube journey. And I know they say pick a niche and, go with that, developing that. So I don't know if you will call what I'm intentionally trying to um, bring to the community. If this is a niche or not, but I know I wanted to bring motivation. I wanted to bring encouragement. I wanted to bring enlightenment. I wanted to bring upliftment in my experience. So I didn't want to put myself, quote unquote, niche. I wanted to delve with different topics because when you're coming from childhood trauma, understand, family, that's a lot. Just being emotional, affected. There's psychological trauma that you go through. There's self-identity trauma that comes along with it. So there's a lot of different things that arise or come to the surface when you have dealt with childhood trauma. So I didn't want to put myself in one particular niche or a box because there's a lot of different areas that you have to heal through all of those different things that I just said. And also with nourishing your body. So when you do start to heal, a part of the healing journey is not only nourishing your mind, your emotion, psychologically, but your your health, your health become a part of that healing journey, because when you have dealt with something like that, emotional eating, eating out of a lot of different bad habits, is all a part of that healing journey. So I wanted to delve into a lot of that and not just put myself in one particular box, right? So when I reflected back on my why, and that's when I began to, now before I focused on my why, a young lady, and I'm gonna get back on track, a young lady inboxed me. She had seen one of my videos. This may have been right about 4 months ago, and she left me a really encouraging message, that the video that she watched was really encouraging, and that she saw the numbers of subscribers. At that time I had, probably 4 months ago, I think it was maybe 60. So she was like, why don't you have a lot more subscribers? I think your videos, what you are putting out there, is very encouraging and very inspiring. So from that right there, I was motivated and encouraging, in twofold part, and revisiting my why. And so that's what motivated me and prompted me to keep doing what I'm doing, and not to get caught up in the numbers. If what I'm putting out there, the content that I'm making, if it just touch or resonate with one person, and in whatever small manner, that was able to help, enlighten, encourage, or motivate someone, then it was worth it all. And then, you know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with the numbers being where they are. But I know that this is not a marathon. It's a race, or it's vice versa. I know that the race is not given to the swift, but to him that endure forever. So just learning that, to take your time, do what you're doing, because I want to put out content that makes sense, right? I wanted to make sense. I wanted to resonate. I wanted to be pure. I wanted to be authentic. And so, with all that being said, it just made me just sit back and again to just say, okay, just keep going forward. Eventually, your community will find you. Your subs, your like-minded people will find you. That's why I think it's so important for me personally, just my perspective on my channel. I think it's important for me to set the tone before I start the video with my intentional mantra or my intentional prayer. So for those that may come across the video, if they see how I open and my intention and my passion behind what I'm doing, I think that's just a reflection of what my intention. So I think that's a reflection of my personality. I think that's a reflection of what my message and my purpose for starting this channel for. So yeah, but going forward, what I hope to gain, or what I hope to implement, is just more of this content, being authentic, being transparent, being vulnerable. I do have a series that I'm going to be working on starting this week, dealing with how to heal, or how to even release trauma dealing with absentee fathers. That was a part of my journey that I had to heal through, dealing with an absentee father, growing up in my trauma, in my childhood issue that had affected me. So I wanted to really touch on that, because I know a lot of people have issue with fatherless fathers or dads being in their lives, and what that looks like, what they look like for me, and how I felt that played a part indirectly or directly with the trauma that I started to that started to be perpetrated on me at the age of 8. So I knew I wanted to deal with, the aspect of having an absentee father, what that looked like, what that felt like, and how I healed out of that space, and just all of that type of stuff. So I have a series that I'm going to be working on and that I'm going to be bringing forth. So I hope it resonates with anyone that is having issue or had issue with absentee fathers, and how important it means for us as girls, young girls growing up, and how important it is for us to have that connection with a male figure. But when that is not prominent or when that is not available, how do you deal with it? How do you pivot or navigate out of not having that father figure or that father in your life when you are dealing or have had these childhood trauma being perpetrated upon you? So I'm really excited to be working on that series. Also, it's just a lot of different things dealing with the childhood trauma, even with mother issues and sibling issues, and how to forgive and how to find your identity. Because when you are when you have dealt with something like that, you do lose your identity. You lose sense of trust of people. So I wanted to really just delve into more content, how to even recognize with trauma. How do you deal with it? How do you express it? How do you tap back into your sense of identity and your purpose, and how all of that it plays a big part of your healing journey, and it also plays a big part of your destruction as well when you have dealt with those type of traumas. So I have a lot that I have planned in my journal that I want to bring to you all, that I want to discuss. But yeah, so let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions that you would like for me to cover in content, subjects or subject matters. I did start on some of those topics when I first started the channel, but I had to put it on the back burner because I wanted to grow the channel. I want that type of information or experience to be able to be available, and I wanted to have the right audience. You know what I'm saying? Before I was able to, before I put it out there, I said that. So I put that all of that type of content on the back burner until I'm able to build the right type of community, and that information will resonate with it, that information would heal, and that it would be effective. You know what I'm saying? So guys, be sure to, before we go further, to like the video so far. If you like the video, if you're just excited that I'm excited that we've reached our first 200 subs, I think that deserves a thumbs up. So it costs absolutely nothing to support the channel, to support your girl, to support, my intentional content that I'm bringing forth, videos that I'm making, that I'm putting on the platform. So be sure to like the video, comment below. I love to hear from you guys. I absolutely love engaging and speaking with you all. I respond to every single comment and response that I get, because I want to build that rapport. And the only way that you can do that is you are intentionally engaging with your community, with your audience, with your subs. So I find that very, very personable, and I respect that, and I take that very seriously, that I'm engaging and that I'm communicating with you guys effectively, right? So I appreciate your support. Continue to support the channel, like the channel, refer the channel to your family, your friends, your co-workers, and even the ones that those people too. So share with everybody. But going forward, guys, for those new YouTubers, and I don't want to use small, because I want to be intentional with the words that I'm using because I know words have power, their frequency, their energy. So I don't want to put myself on that level of saying those words because I know words are energy. I know they powerful. And I know whatever you speak out of your mouth, it's going to come back to you. So if you're saying the wrong words or you're not being intentional about using powerful, frequent, high vibrational words, then I would just suggest, just let us just start to be mindful of the words that we're speaking. So I don't want to say small content creators, but content creators that are, coming on YouTube for the first time and you're trying to navigate yourself through these YouTube streets and you're trying to find your footing, you're trying to find your tribe or your audience or like-minded people. Let me just encourage you to say, be patient with yourself and be authentic with yourself. Be what's the word I'm looking for? Intentional and be very personable. And I know it's really easy to get caught up and trying to, we look at a lot of different videos, how to do this, how to do that, and before you know it, you're off track. So however long it takes you to get to your first goal or your first milestone, be patient with yourself. Be loving with yourself. Give yourself some grace. Give yourself some love. And I'm telling you, when you do that, when you are staying authentic to yourself, in your purpose, in your lane, people will come. Your audience will come. Your tribe will come. The like-minded people that you are trying to connect with, I promise you, they will find you. So however long it takes you, just you heard the story. Let me say this before I get out. You've heard the story of the mayor and the tortoise, right? So the tortoise and the mayor wanted to race this turtle, knowing that this turtle was very slow. But what I do like about this story is that the tortoise or the turtle, did not back down from the challenge of the mayor, who of course is really fast. He got a big community. He got all of these subscribers. He's doing the thing. He's getting all of these likes on his videos or whatever. But he kept, so the race started. And the mayor, of course, was just making taunt of the tortoise, running rings around the tortoise, flipping in front of the tortoise, and doing all this stuff while they was racing. And the tortoise was just kept inching along, kept inching along. The finish line was way down there. He saw it. But his intention was, he knew what his intention was. He knew that if he just stayed the course, and that he just stayed true to his purpose, to his, what he was, a turtle. He's slow. He can't move at the pace or the speed as the mayor, and that was okay. But he stayed authentic to himself. He stayed true to himself, and he just kept chugging along, kept inching along. But this is what I like about the story. In the middle, close to the finish line, the mayor is so cocky. He was so, I got it all together. I got all of these subscribers, you just a little whatever, you're insignificant. You don't matter. You're not reaching anything or anybody. So the mayor takes a nap under a tree. This is just how presumptuous he was. This is how cocky he was. He didn't know what talents and what gifts and what depth this tortoise had in him. He had no idea who he was really dealing with. He was only looking on the outside. He was only looking on the external of this turtle. He's slow. He's a turtle. So he was just looking on the outside, the external. He didn't know what was on the inside of this turtle, this tortoise. He didn't know the strength. He didn't know the I'm not gonna give up and I'm gonna fight. He didn't know that this turtle had all of this stuff inside of him, and they were just laying dormant in him. A lot of us have a lot of stuff just laying dormant in us, and the ones that thinking they, are above us or ahead of us, that they are all of that, not knowing what power and what strength and what abilities that we have laying dormant inside of us, right? So to conclude, the mayor takes a nap under this tree. The turtle or the tortoise still minding his business, just inching along, going towards the finish line, right? He just inching along, minding his business. I'm not even looking over here to see what you got going on. I don't care how many subs you got going on. My focus is right here. I see what's in front of me. I know my mission. I know what I'm supposed to do. I know all that I can do. I know what all I can bring to the race, right? That's all you can do. It's all that you can do. I'm not trying to be like this person, that person, or whatever. I'm staying true to my authentic self. That's what the turtle, that's my perspective or analogy of this story. So the mayor takes a rest or a nap under this tree, not knowing that the turtle was almost at the finish line. So when the mayor wakes up, to his surprise, the turtle was, like itching or itches. He was not far. He was not far from the finish line, right? But his little cocky behind was asleep so long that the turtle just kept inching along. He kept just doing what he was supposed to do. He just stayed in his lane, and he slept so long that the turtle crossed the finish line first and won the race. And I said all of that, and I shared that story to say, stay in your lane. Do what you can do. Once you are tapped into what you are able to do, your strength, your ability, your talents, you just keep doing what you can do. You just keep moving forward in the direction that you are going, and not even worry about all of these other people that may be a little further than you, right? The race is not given to the swift, but to him that endures to the end, right? So guys, with all that being said, I am really just excited. This has really given me some more momentum and a push to keep going in the direction that I'm going, to keep doing what I'm doing, because the content is resonating with somebody, and eventually it'll get to what my next milestone is, right? So for now, in this space, in this moment, I want to celebrate this space, this moment, this time for what it is, and then I go ahead and I make the milestone or the goal for the next one, right? So celebrate the milestone that you're in right now. Even if you only have 10 subs or 50 or 100 or even 1,000, celebrate the moments that you are in, and pay respect and homage and give gratitude to your subs, periodically, and let them know how you appreciate them for their support and their encouragement and their love. I think everyone wants to be acknowledged and want to be appreciated, and for what they are, or are contributing, to you. So I think it's okay, if the people are engaging with you and they're communicating with you and they're watching the videos, to show some homage and gratitude to those, so that they can keep doing it and keep coming back, right? So guys, again, make sure you like the video, you leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know if you are a sub of this channel or this community, what content or what mile marker, what video have resonated with you. How have the community or the channel or the information, how has it either inspired or motivated you, or just giving you some insight about whatever the content was about. So leave that in the comments below. Give your girl some hearts, some thumbs up, all of that good stuff. So again, here's my little balloons. I am number one in my own sight, in my own view. I am what I think I am, right? So whatever you think you are, you are. Whatever your I ams are to you, you are. So just remember to speak positivity over yourself. Speak positivity over your content. Speak positivity over your community. Speak positivity over the words, or make sure that your words are charged with positivity, with love, with excitement, all of that good stuff, right? Because people will resonate with that. If you don't think people can feel your energy, you are sadly mistaken. People can feel your energy. They can be tapped into it. So with all of that good stuff being said, guys, thank you for the 200 subscribers. Thank you, thank you. Give you an extra so I'm not gonna eat this little cupcake because I am still on my diet, but I had this cupcake from my daughter's birthday celebration, and I wanted to use one for this special occasion on today. So again, with that being said, guys, thank you for your bottom from the bottom of my heart. I'm looking for more growth. I'm looking for more inspiration. All of that good stuff, more love, all of that stuff. So I am so appreciative. I'm so grateful. Thank you. This has been a learning experience on how to just stay in the moment, stay true to yourself, and don't give up even when things seem, like you wanted to give up. It's not working in the way that you want it to work or happen. Even if you have to just take a step back for a moment, that's okay. Take a step back, reflect, gather yourself. How do you want to pivot or navigate from here going forward? Even if you need to switch up what you're doing, but not in the manner that is coming out, that you don't want to switch up in somebody else's lane. You want to still stay in your lane and just develop all the things that can resonate under that one umbrella. There's a lot of things that you can do under that one umbrella. There's a lot of content that you can bring under motivation and in childhood trauma. There's a lot of different things that you can utilize, or topics or content that you can create under that umbrella. So if you have to take a step back, take a step back. Refresh, kind of rethink, what you want to do and all of that kind of stuff. But just don't give up, because if you started your journey on YouTube for a reason, it was for a purpose. And I know these streets can be, can be hard. They can be unfair. They can be, whatever. But find like-minded people to support you, to encourage you, to uphold you, to uplift you, to push you further in the direction that you are trying to go, so that you won't give up, right? So guys, with that being said, I'm getting all emotional and stuff, but I'm excited. You don't know how much this means to me. For the 200, that means a lot. So yeah, guys, with that being said, my motto: I am intentional, I am authentic, and I don't my energy, intentional energy, and authenticity. Those are my three words that's in my dictionary of life: authentic energy, and frequency. So if you're doing all of those things, you are on the right track. So guys, remember to always protect your energy with love and light. This is Goddess of Color, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, peace and love, family. Mwah.